there was an interesting tweet this week from Impact Wrestling. Do you want to discuss this tweet, Konnan?
Well, yeah, tell me which one it was.
No.
It says next week, At the Real Disco returns to Impact, #Impact.
Right.
And it shows a picture of me, okay.
Right.
So there's an interesting, the first comment is from at Konnan5150.
Right.
And the comment is #Brutal Bob Evans. Can you comment on that? Do you care to explain that?
Well, there's a restaurant in Indiana called Bob Evans. I don't know if you've ever been to it, and it's really brutal. So I was alluding to that. Nothing.
All right. Well, let's go this. Basically, so they announced my return next week.
Right.
There's 48 comments to this post.
Right.
What would you say? Like, what do you think the reactions would be? Mainly positive or mainly negative for this?
75% negative.
What about you, Konnan? What do you think?
I would say 50-50.
All right, let's go through this.
All right.
You tell me what you think. We're not going to keep score, but you can get a feel. Okay. First comment: say what you want, but the Real Disco is an entertainer. Good to see him back. Nice. Comment 2: it's a GIF of a woman going nah. So that's a negative. The comments on this post show why the Disco is such an amazing heel and entertainer. Interesting. Oh God, it's going to be a boring episode with this snooze fest of a person. Next comment: Disco needs to stay as far away from pro wrestling as possible. Next comment: Disco equals ratings. Next comment is a GIF of a guy rolling his eyes. Next comment: I love Disco and watch any episode he appears on. Thumb with the thumbs up emoji. Oh boy, that'll be interesting. Yeah, interesting with the wink eye. Big Josh Hinkle replies, I got disco fever.
Who's that? He's the one. He's in the.
I think he's one of the guys on our, I don't know,
Patreon, right?
Yeah, maybe, right?
Right, Joe?
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Next one is from Villet Reed. I wonder who will kick his ass this time. One puts the next guy, Brandon T. Oh, did you shout this guy out, Brandon T?
Yeah, we just.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Well, his comment is 3 thumbs down emojis.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, what is so what is it? Okay, the next comment, bring back Alex Wright. Next comment is somebody with a green, mean, mad face. Mm-hmm. Thanks. I will remember not to watch next week. The only response I have for Cyrus Over Huge for inviting the Real Disco back to Impact Wrestling is Conan's kazoo sound effect.
Right.
So you're gonna do the kazoo sound effect for this guy because he says that's like. Well, I can't wait to see Disco. He's a legend. Somebody put the gif of La Parka hitting me in the back.
Right.
Impact and Ring of Honor are in a real battle to see who can book the worst shit. Congrats, I guess, for pulling the quote late era WCW quote unquote trump card. Jay Chris, fan of Jay Chris, says, "Woo!" Michael McKinley says, "Hell yeah!" Although I like this comment from Chris McKinnon. If Shark Boy is booked, I'm not watching. That's a good comment.
You like that?
Then Jeff says, "Thanks for the warning. I'll have the fast forward button ready." Dat Sub says, "Disco equals ratings. I'll be watching." Let me see. Is there any more? So what would you say? I guess we're about ratings to the roof.
That's great. Like 50-50 to me.
Each the Heat Magnet. I don't believe you. No Way Out is through that again. About to lose Lady Scarlet again. Who asked for this? And it's a picture of a gif of a baby with a face like she's nauseated. No, God, please, God, no, no, no. That's the Office gif. Yeah. I swear y'all don't want me to ever watch this show. Waits to watch the last episode still. And somebody puts a gif says, but why? And somebody put the Daniel Bryan no, no, no gif. Yeah, that's so basically it's about 50-50. Would you agree with that, Joe?
50-50, yeah.
50 interesting.
Well, I will say this, and I'd rather bury you than put you over, but all those people that bury Disco, number one, they're not watching the show, so they're just talking shit, and you really can't take them seriously because there's not one thing Disco's done on Impact that hasn't been entertaining. If you look back, you look at the Michael Jackson shit, you look at the shit he did with me, the shit he did with Cyrus, it was all hilarious. That's why they brought him back. And the shit that he does with the stuff he did with Scarlett was great. The Turkey shit was great. And now you're doing this thing with Tessa, right? That still hasn't come out?
Hadn't come out, no.
Which is great.
Right.
And hopefully they'll do our idea of you insulting the 2 things you hate most in wrestling, a woman and a Mexican female. Hopefully
my next creative thing for Impact hopefully will be to be beating up a bunch of Mexicans.
Right.
Oh boy.
Female. So you can really get heat, yeah.